This is day 11 of our 40-day fast. Been an eventful day for me, and I want to pick up on something that we've already talked about, and that is the blessedness of perseverance or endurance. The Bible says in James chapter 1, I believe it's verse 3, as well as verse 12, it says, "Count it all joy when you encounter diverse temptations, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience or endurance or steadfastness." Then, if you jump down to verse 12 of that same chapter, it says, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation." So, I want to talk about how do you endure? How do you stay up under the pressure? One thing I want to point out is, as in the physical, so in the spiritual, that is, if you're going to have endurance, you got to have the right diet. You got to eat right. Sometimes physically we peter out, that is to say, we get fatigued late in the afternoon while we're on the job because we haven't been eating right during the day. In your physical life, you need to eat 5 or 6 small meals a day so that you keep your blood sugar sort of at a constant level. And so you never get to the point where you're eating because you're hungry. You're eating before you get hungry. You're not living to eat, you're eating to live. Same is true in the spiritual realm. That is to say, you got to maintain your diet. If you're going to walk this Christian walk, Pop-Tart religion ain't going to get it. Captain Crunch theology will not work. You got to have some word. You have to have some theology, some doctrine that's going to stick to your ribs. And so I want to challenge you to make sure you're eating right spiritually. Secondly, you need a workout partner. I say all the time, Batman had Robin. I mean, the Lone Ranger had Tonto. If you're a Christian, you need someone in your corner. You need some accountability. As a matter of fact, James chapter 5 lets us know that there's some things, it implies there's some things you will not really overcome unless you get the godly accountability of a brother or sister in Christ that you can confess with too. James 5:16 says, "Confess your faults one to another and pray for one another that you may be healed." And then thirdly, you got to get some rest physically, but then spiritually. When I say rest, I'm talking about resting in the completed work of Jesus Christ. Your eternal security, the assurance of your salvation, rests not in your efforts nor in your performance, but in the fact that Jesus said, "It is finished." He paid the full price, and now no one can snatch you out of his hand. So therefore, you can rest and stop trying to perform in order to get God's attention or to try to sort of compete with other people in order to attain some measure of righteousness. So these are just some scattered remarks on this issue of perseverance or how we endure. The way we endure spiritually is similar to the way we endure physically. You got to eat right. You got to have people that are coming alongside you. You got to rest in the Lord. There are other things I can say, but I think that's enough for today. And I just want to challenge you to count it all joy when you encounter various temptations, knowing that the testing of your faith is working something in you, that is endurance.